So Syndicate's ex-girlfriend, ZombiUnicorn, has been making a lot of bullshit claims on Twitter recently, and a lot of you guys have asked me to make a new video on this, because I made 2 videos on this previously talking about her holes in her argument when she was bringing up evidence towards Syndicate for actually sexually assaulting her. But recently, she's had new evidence that she released on Twitter, and it's a lot of bullshit. And just to confirm, I'm not talking about the ex-girlfriend who apparently came out with her own sexual assault story about Syndicate. I've never talked about her in depth. I've only talked about ZombiUnicorn, and that's the only thing I'm going to be talking about in this video too. Last time I covered this though, Syndicate released a statement on Twitter talking about how he's not guilty and how they were just making this up and they didn't have sustainable evidence to actually prove their point that he is guilty of doing this. And he's 100% correct. And then ZombiUnicorn released a few text messages that literally prove Syndicate's story to be right. ZombiUnicorn made the claim that she was so disgusted with Syndicate and so mad at what he did to her that night, but then in the text messages, it's a completely different story. She's talking all playful about how she doesn't have any babies and sending emojis like these. Completely different story than what she was talking about to begin with. And the way Syndicate described the story completely lined up with the text messages that apparently was proof that he was guilty. It literally did the complete opposite of what ZombiUnicorn wanted. Syndicate described the story as in that she agreed to take Plan B the morning after so that she wouldn't get pregnant, and that completely lines up with why she would be so happy and say, "We're all good, no babies." But since then, she's released a lot of new evidence on Twitter and a lot of just ridiculous statements in general. So let me go over them. She said, "I have evidence. I found my old phone and texts that prove it, including my abuser admitting it wasn't an accident and he did it with pride. I shared videos of this and more privately because my trauma isn't fucking entertainment and I'm dealing with it through the appropriate channels." And she attached these text messages which literally prove absolutely nothing. Apparently this is a conversation with Syndicate, and even if it is actually Syndicate, this literally proves nothing. There's no way she actually thought this was evidence. And also, it's been a week since this tweet happened, and still no one has reported on it, so I'm calling bullshit. And then a lot of people in the comments were speculating whether this is actually Syndicate or not, because it just shows the contact name of being Tom, which is Tom Syndicate, that's his name. But they don't actually know if this is his number or not, so a lot of people were asking her to leak his number. So then she says, "I'm not going to dox someone because sexist asshats demand it as proof. Full videos of text including phone numbers and addresses were shared privately through the appropriate channels, and I'm awaiting investigation. Now leave me the fuck alone." As you said before, apparently you have files and files of evidence on Syndicate to why he's actually guilty about all this. So why are you just signaling that this one part out about his phone number? Why is it only his phone number the only way you could provide evidence? Because these texts are not evidence to prove that Syndicate is guilty. Even if it was Syndicate who is saying these things, this doesn't prove him guilty. This is not sustainable proof to prove him wrong. And I love it how she claims that everyone who disagrees with her on anything is automatically a sexist asshat. But then she says, "My abuser's family has been stalking me on social media, so I had to block them all. It's absolutely pathetic and disgusting to harass us victims instead of holding him accountable. I have mountains of evidence and witnesses. You're not going to sweep my trauma under the rug. Period." Where the fuck's the evidence then? If you have mountains and mountains of evidence and witnesses, then why is it such a big deal to give the public eye just a little stone, just a little rock of that mountain? Why is that hard for you to do? Like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? I'm not even against her, and I'm 100% ready to believe her story if she just provides any type of sustainable evidence to prove that Syndicate did this. And I find it so surprising that she says that Syndicate's family has been stalking her and harassing her on social media. I bet you $1,000 they're just asking, "Hey, where the fuck's the proof then that this actually happened? Why are you trying to assassinate someone's character without providing any evidence of this actually being the case?" Like, this is just pathetic at this point. She's so deep in her lie that she doesn't even know how to get out of it. But she keeps going, saying stupid shit. People who tell sexual assault victims not to speak out publicly and only handle it privately through legal means the same type of ignorance as people who say all lives matter. What is she even trying to say with this tweet? I genuinely don't know what to take from this. The only reason people are mad at you about this whole thing is because you release some groundbreaking information like sexual assault against you without any evidence, and also say that you have mountains of it. You don't go and say that, "Oh, I just didn't have a camera on me," or "I don't have any evidence to prove it, but this did happen." No, you claim to have mountains of evidence, but you don't release it at the same time. So do you know what that looks like? It looks like a fucking lie. And then when you did release evidence that was supposedly supposed to prove that Syndicate was guilty, it literally proved his point further and made you look like more of a liar. And just to confirm so people don't mistake what I'm saying, I'm not saying that she can't come out, or sexual assault victims can't come out with this information if they don't have evidence. I think it is fine that they come out with this situation and almost encourage that they do this even if they don't have evidence. The thing that I'm struggling with this whole situation though is that when she comes out with this groundbreaking information, she expects everyone to believe her even though she hasn't provided evidence. That's the thing that confuses me. If you come out with evidence, if you come out with this assault allegation and you don't have evidence, why do you suddenly think that everyone, or why do you believe that everyone's going to automatically trust you? Why do you think that way? It's the same reason why if you go to the police claiming that someone sexually assaulted you, that they're automatically not going to arrest that person because they need evidence. If you go to the police claiming something without evidence, they can't automatically just believe you. It's a he said, she said situation. Why do you think that everyone should believe what you're saying? It just doesn't make sense. She has this stigma about everyone that either you're 100% with her or 100% against her, and there's no in between or trying to understand where you're coming from to try to believe what you're saying is correct. There's no in between. And then she just goes off the rocker with these next few tweets. Get a load of this. Hello Twitch, are you just going to let a man who raped 2 women stream and lie and manipulate his child's fan base? I thought you were investigating all the sexual abuse cases. The longer you take, the more harassment victims receive from their sheep fans. Do something. So she's actively trying to get Syndicate deplatformed without providing any evidence to prove her point. And then she also says that she doesn't have to prove evidence to the public eye. As long as she just proves the evidence to the appropriate channels, then she'll be fine. Well then, if that was the case, ZombiUnicorn, then why did you claim that you had evidence with these text messages? If you don't have to prove to the incels and fanboys, then why did you say that you had evidence to begin with if you didn't have to prove anything? You're fucking all over the place. And imagine if Twitch used that logic that as soon as any creator or streamer gets accused of sexual assault, that they would automatically get them deplatformed and automatically ban them from ever streaming again. Imagine if they did that. You know how fucking ridiculous that would be? So with that logic, say that Ninja, he gets a divorce of his wife. Him and his wife have a nasty breakup. They don't like each other anymore. So since that Ninja's wife doesn't like Ninja anymore, to try to get revenge on him and try to get back at him, say she accuses him of sexually assaulting her. So, do you know what that means? As soon as he gets accused of being of a sexual assault, then he should automatically get banned from Twitch, even if she's just doing it to get back at him as revenge. Imagine if Twitch implemented that type of logic in their system. Is that what you want? Say that someone in the future accuses you of sexually assaulting them falsely in the future, and you automatically get your whole stream, your whole Twitch account banned. Is that what you want? Is that what you want for the future of this platform? Or would you then switch your opinion at last minute just when it benefits you? You fucking idiot. Just another manipulative liar on the internet who's so deep in her lie that she doesn't know how to get out. So now the lie is now her reality. Pathetic stuff. That's all I'm talking about this situation unless something massive happens. But yeah, see ya.